Wait a minute. What's this? Cheers.
Well, it's been a rainy, wet weekend here in the DFW, but that is not an implication about our sports teams because our sports teams have, well, two of our sports teams, or one of them, has been racking up dubs, while the other two have maybe been taking some hot air. Did the Stars win that game earlier?
Huh? The Stars? No,
Did the Stars win that game earlier?
I think they caught it.
Okay, so the Rangers are the real winners around here in Dallas, D-Town. Okay.
Yeah, man, Rangers best record in the AL in the American League, man. Stars not doing that bad, man. They got the second best record point total in the third best point total in the NHL, and the Dallas Mavericks, man, they catching hot L's in the Intuit Dome. I guess they wasn't really into it. So it is what it is. Yeah. What's up, friends?
I guess I should give you a drum roll for that joke.
Yeah, it wasn't into it. I'm into it though. I'm glad to see the toilets work though. I'm glad to see that though, man. The best toilets in the NBA. But anyway, man. Yeah, man.
They say when they came to Intuit Dome, straight to the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, they flushed the Mavericks right on out of there. Both back-to-back nights. So,
boy, did they?
Yeah, but man.
Boy, did
it was bad. It was
boy,
bad.
Did
it was bad. It was bad. But hey, that's good news.
Two nights in a row.
That's good news, though.
The first night, Kawhi told the Mavericks up the first night single-handedly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not single-handedly. I should say.
Yeah, the second night, your boy Zubac, he didn't miss. So much for that vaunted Mavs defense in the paint. Zubac didn't even miss last night. Said, boy.
Zubac Shakur was giving him that work.
Yeah, man, he looked like Zubac Shakur O'Neal, man. He couldn't even miss, man. I said he looked like, hey man, same different players, same outcome. I'm just working the man. Yeah, him and James Harden just gave the Mavs that work last night. But yeah, man, not all bad. Future Dallas winning Paige Beckers wins her national championship this evening, this afternoon. Yeah, so we got that.
We gotta have a conversation. Did she have a better college career than Kate?
Yeah, it's not a bad conversation to have. That's not a bad conversation. If you look at her resume, I'm just all you Caitlin fans. You look at Paige Becker's resume now. She got that chip on the period of it. I mean, that's just not a bad damn career. But anyway,
couldn't do.
Yeah. Actually beat South Carolina.
Oh.
It is what it is.
Actually, she did. She beat South Carolina the first year when they went to when they played LSU.
She didn't beat them in the national championship game.
Yeah, she didn't beat them in the championship now, but she did beat them the year they played LSU in the I think she put up 40 points on them.
So we have that. But would you
like to take a look at the oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and do what you were getting ready to do.
Hey, friends, the show that never ends, even though it did end, but it still won't end. It's your boy T-Rock. TK. And it's about Big Walk Cheers in the building on the ones and twos in the Irv County up there. I'm in Oak Cliff. I'm in the Cliff. Saying good tidings, man. And happy April 6th. Hope you guys not expecting anything in your taxes. Not after what you heard, especially on your 401ks. Not after what you heard.
Do they even still do 401ks? Because I know jobs don't match them that much anymore. So it's kind of pointless for 401ks.
Well, if you see it, well, it must do. You see all them white people in the streets yesterday.
Oh.
It showed did.
I heard so what happened with that yesterday? What was going on in Dallas yesterday?
Apparently it was a hands-off protest. Big all around the country. And yeah, man, it was a big protest in Dallas, over there in Denton, Frisco. Yeah, I was driving around. I had to stop my truck and look at all the people. So yeah, man, it was all across the country. So yeah, man, people mad about their 401ks, mad about a lot of things. But you know, like I said before, you know, you didn't want the black woman. She tried to tell you, but it is what it is. So just deal with it.
I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean.
It is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, man. So, what do you want to start off with now? I'll start off with what you want to start off with?
Let's take a look at this this disaster that happened yesterday.
I hear the music, so it must have been a big disaster. Murder was the case, and boy, did the Dallas Mavericks get murdered. Woo-wee. My goodness. Last night, 135 to 105. The night before that, they got beat down. What was it? 114 to 91. The Mavericks have lost 3 out of the last 4. And it would have been 4 straight if not been for AD with that game winner against the Atlanta Hawks. But this got bad. This got bad and got worse as the game went on. I mean, you see there, AD. I guess he hit those couple threes against the Atlanta Hawks. I guess he thinks he's a 3-point shooter. He stayed out on the perimeter. I thought we brought him in to do work in the inside. That's what they told me. But yeah, AD, he had a so-so game. He had 27, but he took 5 threes. That's 5 too many. Because he made the first one, and he succeeded and missed the next 4. That's Kawhi, man. He was doing work again. Kawhi Leonard had 29 last night. James Harden had 29. Zubac, like I said, he had 25. He was 11 of 11. He had 25 and 10. So it didn't matter if it was AD. It didn't matter if it was Derek Lively. It didn't matter if it was Kai Jonesy. He was giving everybody their work team. Wow, look at her. Man. Kawhi, just give him that business. No problem.
Yeah,
literally no problem.
For Kawhi for this, and this is the night where Kawhi, this is the time Kawhi say, you know what? I'm gonna play back to backs. He played back to backs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There was a lot of Maverick fans on Twitter saying, damn. I understand why.
Yeah, they thought Kawhi was gonna play the next game.
They thought he had a night off. Kawhi said nope.
I said, yeah, no, I'm coming.
I'm giving y'all that work back to back. Oh man, look at that. What is
back to back.
You get back to back ass whooping. Good grief. That's Klay Thompson. He had 14 in the game. He didn't shoot much. In this game, I don't know why. Reading that what you will. Mr. Helicopter Man, you remember from last season, boy? He hit about 3 or 4 of them lobs last night. Derek Lively, he didn't look good again in this game. Some people may say that maybe Kai Jones.
He's got some rust. He's just gonna take a minute to get back into it.
Some people may say Kai Jones should get the nod over him. Some people are saying.
Okay, all right. Let's not.
That's saying a lot of people on Twitter saying, man, Kai Jones looks better in the offense.
Well, we know that they're idiots. So,
listen, I'm just telling you what the X says, man. See what the Twitter folks are saying. Oh, that was a bad turnover. And then a 3. right in Clay's mouth. He had a turnover, and it was like this all day, man. The Mavericks had got it down like, oh man, PJ, you got that work, man. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard looked good in this game, man. He looked like he had no limitations in his knee and nothing like that, man. He looked good. Oh, that's Kai Jones. You know, some people say he looks better in offense than Derek Lively. You know, he just to put on perspective, you know, Kai Jones, he had 18 and 7. You know, Derek Lively, he had 2 and 3. You know that what you will. But anyway,
damn. No. I seen him get moved out of the way on a dunk.
Yeah, Norman Powell, the Maverick killer. He was in his bag last night too. So, but this was a bad loss for the Mavericks. The Mavericks now, if you look at the standings, after having back-to-back losses, the Mavericks now they're still at 9th, but just about half a game. Well, actually, no, because the Sacramento Kings beat the Cleveland Cavaliers today, 120-113. So now the Dallas Mavericks are in 10th, and only basically 2 games up on the Phoenix Suns. Mind you, that the Phoenix Suns still have 2 more extra games to play more than the Mavericks. And from our reports that
they lost 5 straight.
Yeah, and all reports that KD is gonna be playing this week. So if anybody thought that was, I said, damn, KD's out for you. No, he's gonna be playing this week. He'll be back the next game. So the Mavericks need to win out. They need to win out. Next up is the Lakers.
Please tell me what Kevin Durant playing. They're not gonna do anything.
Well, some people may say the same thing about the Mavericks. Some people say the same about the Mavericks. They're not gonna do anything. and after seeing this Clipper game, they may be right. I mean, boy, it was no resistance city. But yeah, that was a shocker. I didn't think the Sacramento Kings would go in there and get a win in Cleveland, but they did. Like I said, the Mavericks only have 3 games left.
That's the slowest record I've seen in my life.
The Mavericks only have 3 games left. They have the Lakers on Wednesday. Then they got Toronto, and they finish the season next Sunday in Memphis. So, and as right now, this is good news for the Mavericks. The New York Knicks are leading the Phoenix Suns 91-81.
Oh, so they're about to lose 6 straight.
So yeah, man. My God, is Bradley Beal done? My God, is he? God, he's making all that. My God, he's making all that money. Boy, he's making all that money. And all you get, he's making all that money. All you get is 10 points. He's making all that money. All you get is 10 points. Good Lord. What idiot traded for him? Oh, I'm sorry, the Phoenix Suns. My God. You stuck with that contract. Some Phoenix fans on Twitter, so I wish he opted out. I said, fool, you crazy? He'll never see any money like that again. He ain't opted out nothing. You stuck with that contract. Phoenix Suns fans, he's getting that $50 million next year, because we know that's maybe his last contract in the NBA. He's getting that. Speaking of that, man, look at James Harden getting that. Yep, chicken. 80 points in the paint from the Clippers. Yeah, there was no resistance. But all I heard was all these centers out here. All I heard was, that was about it all. Dinwiddie done again.
Oh, come on, man.
The future Beijing Dragon.
Come on, man.
With long. Yeah, man. All I heard was all these centers and big men. That stuff is gonna stop. Yeah, hey, you're right. 80 points in the paint for the Clippers. Motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. You know the rest.
God dog it.
Oh man. Oh, that's Ben Simmons. Is that Ben Simmons? No, that ain't Ben Simmons.
Oh man, come on, man! Don't tell me they wrote Ben Simmons out there on this man.
Oh, that's you, man. Yeah, we did have a Ben Simmons sighting last night.
Oh, come on, man! We let Ben Simmons get some run on us.
Yeah, it was so bad. I think he actually scored too. Look at that ball.
Oh, man, come on, man!
I think Ben Simmons actually scored, man. He said, "I know my jump shot busted, but against these Dallas Mavericks, I know I can hit one. I know I'm good for one."
I can get some kind of. I can put up some kind of numbers against him.
Oh, it's Kai Jones. Some people may say he's the best center on the team, but you know, some may say, "Oh, look at Kai Jones." Some people may say, "Man, he's the best defensive center on the team."
Yeah. I feel like the sum is you.
I'm not, hey, this is just why I hit on the Twitter machine. That's why I hit on the Twitter machine. Oh, yeah. Thankfully, it ended 135 to 104. The Clippers win the season series 3-1. Yeah, that was butt ugly. Next up for the Mavericks, Luka in town, and boy, he gonna be in town off a high. Cause boy, did him and the Lakers give it to the Thunder this afternoon. My goodness.
Oh, they did, huh?
Yeah, my goodness, boy, the Thunder took a ass kicking at home by Luka, LeBron, and Mavs. So, next up, yeah. So Walt.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the standings here, real quick.
Yeah, let's take a look at them standings. As we said before, the Kings won. So, like I said, the Kings have the tiebreaker against the Mavericks. So if anything is up tied, the Mavericks will stay at 10th, and the Mavericks will have to take a trip up to Sacramento to light the beam. Hopefully the Kings don't like the beam up on their season. But
okay, here we go.
As we look at these standings, the Mavericks sit at 10th at 38-41. Meanwhile, the Kings, based on their win in Cleveland this afternoon, they're 38-40. Phoenix Suns are 35-42, about to be 35-43. So, like I said, the Mavericks basically need to win 2 out of the next 3, and they're in at least that 10th. They're in at least that 10th, and secure themselves a spot in the play-in at that basically win or go home game at the 9 and 10 spot. It'd be good if you have the game at home, but that was a big win the Kings did. That really helped them. Next up for the Kings, Sacramento Kings, they play at Detroit on tomorrow. So they play at Detroit tomorrow, and then they have Denver at home on Wednesday, Clippers at home on Friday, and they finish up at home
if
against.
I understand correct, basically next is this the last week of the NBA or next week of the regular season?
This week's the last week of the NBA. The plan is next Tuesday, not this Tuesday. The Tuesday after next. Starts the Tuesday after next. So.
Wow. Okay. And if memory serves me correct, that's going to be on the same night of the WNBA draft.
When's the W?
April 14th.
So we could have Mavs and Paige Beckers in the same night. It could happen. I don't know. I don't know what the schedule's gonna be. So the Mavericks will be in one of those slots where they'll be on Tuesday or Wednesday. So they'll be in one of them slots. So let's get ready. Get ready.
Okay. And so now the Mavs. Now say this again. The Mavs right now. But hell, they just gonna flip between 9 and 10 at this point, right? Are they locked in at number?
They're at 9 and 10. Like I said before, the Mavericks, to make sure that the Phoenix Suns don't have any chance, the Mavericks need to win to Wednesday and win on Friday against Toronto. If they win 2 out of the next 3, they're in. pencil them a lot because with this loss Phoenix has, they're now going to be 3 games behind the Mavericks. So the Mavericks just need to win 2 out of the next 3, and they're locked to be in, whether it be at 10th or 9th. Like I said, with it pertains to Phoenix, they have to, for them to be ahead of Phoenix, they have to actually be a game ahead of Phoenix because, like I said before, Phoenix has a tiebreaker. If they're in the season locked in an eventual tie, Sacramento will have the tiebreaker. They'll be at 9th, and the Mavericks be headed up there to play Sacramento to hopefully don't get the beam lighted on the end of their season. But yeah, man, that's where we at with the Mavericks. So Mavericks still in good. You would have liked to not get blown out both games, but it's not with the free fall that Phoenix is having. It's not devastating. That win you got against Atlanta, that was a big win. You got, so that helped you out. But you got the Lakers coming up. We all know about that game, Luka's return. But the Mavericks can win 2 out of these next 3. They should be in good shape. But the way Phoenix is free falling, it may not matter because if Phoenix is gonna lose tonight, if Phoenix loses anymore, they're done. They can't afford another loss. They basically got to go undefeated the rest of the way. That's just to have a shot at it, and it still may not matter because if Dallas wins 2 out of the next 3, it's basically over, and the Mavericks on the play-in tournament. But that's kind of where we at, Walter. Mavericks are in 10th. Like I said, Sacramento has Detroit. They're at Detroit tomorrow, so it'll be a tough back-to-back for Sacramento. But Detroit's not been playing good basketball ever since the fight in Minnesota. I think they've lost 3 out of their last 5. So excuse me. Actually they lost 3 out of their last. They've lost 3 straight. So Sacramento has Detroit tomorrow. Then they go home. For 3 straight. Their last 3 games are at home. Against Denver, against the Clippers, and against Phoenix. So there's opportunities for the Mavericks to get past Sacramento, but they have to be a full game. So hope is rooting for that. And for the Mavericks, like I said, Lakers, Raptors, and Memphis. Two of those next 3 should get 2 out of the last 3 should put you in no lower than 10th, and you take your chances.
We can go to Coach Kidd for the
I want to hear what you have to say about AD, man, because it was like late in that game, for some other reason he was playing. He landed on the ground and started grabbing his abductor again. Remember, he didn't play on Friday because of his abductor. And late in that game, he went to grabbing that abductor's muscle on his left side again. So I want to hear is any problems. Hopefully not, but he grabbed it and went to grabbing it. So we'll hopefully find out some more about AD. Did he aggravated it at some point late in the game? Because he sure was grabbing it late in the game.
All right, let's go to Coach Kidd. What to say about last night's game? Okay. Stressed out, man.
Damn.
For the first time, you didn't ask did he have his glasses on. He don't have his glasses on. My God.
Guys have dominated the paint battle. A lot of these games AD has played in so far. Just what you see tonight, specifically in the paint and interior.
Yeah, I think the Clippers do a really good job of protecting the paint. There's a lot of hands and bodies in there. And so for us, again, turnovers, we just got to get our rhythm. And I think being able to go through these 2 games, we'll be better from it. But it's just, when you play against a team that has great hands and that are physical, they displayed that in this series.
Hey, Jason, how did he come out of that physically?
Yeah, he fine. He came out fine.
You said before the game you'd hoped your shooting came around tonight. Obviously, it did not from long range. Still something they're doing, or you guys just kind of off right now?
Yeah, I think we just, we missed some open looks. We got them. We just didn't knock them down tonight. I thought we did a better job there early on of pace, and then the pace just came to a halt. So something that we got to address, that we got to play faster. As much as we want AD to touch it, we can't just wait every time down and play through him on every possession. We got other guys who can score, so we got to be better at just understanding the situation and being able to execute. But our spacing we have to improve that too.
Hey, Jason. You've obviously known AD for a while now. How have you thought he has handled the shock of everything, to the chatter, to then getting an injury, to then battling his way back onto the court? How has he handled it all?
Yeah, I think he's handled it like a champion. Trades aren't easy, and especially mid-season trades definitely are not easy. But I think he's done everything that we've asked him, and he's played at a high level when he's able to be on the court. Unfortunately, with that injury against Houston, set him back. But I think that he's excited to be a Mav, and we truly believe that he's going to help us win a championship.
Coach, so you went through not just with AD being injured, but a lot of other players. What's the message to the team that you kind of keep them afloat and keep them focused for the rest of the season and beyond?
Yeah, I think the biggest message is we got to stay hungry. We haven't achieved anything, even though we've been able to, with all the injuries and restricted minutes, have kept ourselves in a playoff or play-in race. And so we have to stay hungry. We had a big win at home against Atlanta. Unfortunately, we didn't play up to par here in these last 2 games against the Clippers. But we go back home now, and we have two games with the Lakers, and then I think Toronto. So hopefully we can protect home court, and we can get a rhythm going into the play-in series.
James did a lot of his damage there in the paint. Just how do you see him kind of take advantage of defensive matchups that he was getting?
Yeah, well, I think he kind of got what we were trying to do, and so he took advantage of that tonight. Last night, I thought we did a better job. Tonight, he understood what we were doing, so I think with the floater, he made a conscious effort not to pass and be able to take the layup. And so we'll learn from that, and hopefully we can be better.
What do you think Wednesday's going to be like?
Wednesday?
Yeah, just the atmosphere.
Just another home game. It should be electric. I think the fans will be excited to see Luka, and we'll be excited to figure out how to, protect home.
Just another home game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe he should have. Maybe that's the reason why he.
Sparky game when he said that.
Yeah, he full of shit. I like Coach Gibb, he full of shit. I can see his eye. I can see why his eyes was brown up there. He's full of shit. But before I get to that game, now listen. He said AD was fine. We'll take his word for it, but I can go by what I know. It was late in the game. AD went up for a rebound, came down his back and with
more your people.
And went. This actually my eyes. Actually started rubbing his core muscle over there. And remember, he didn't play. He didn't play Friday because of his abductor. So that's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully some rest and rehabilitation. Get some. Remember, they don't play the Wednesday, so get a chance to get some rest on today and Monday, and probably shoot around film work on Tuesday, and then get ready for the game on Wednesday. So it's not like he has to get right back to a game tomorrow. So that's the good thing for that. But yeah, the back to the game. The perimeter defense was god awful in both games. Whether it was Spencer Dinwiddie, whether it was Caleb Martin, who I praised for that defense he put on Trey Young in the Atlanta game. He was equal as bad in this one. Any perimeter defender today was god awful. Chicken said it before. Those points in the paint. Max Christie, he was god awful. His parents were in the building, seeing him get torched by either whether it was James Harden.
Last time he was in the building, he got torched too.
Yeah. Maybe his parents shouldn't show up. But yeah, the perimeter defense was god awful in this game. And then when we got to the rim, the bigs were a no show. AD was passive as far as not aggressive. I don't know if it had something to do with Zubac in the middle, but he wanted too busy just to take threes. He hit that first three early in the game. I guess he thought he was a 3-point shooter. So he went to just taking threes and outside shots instead of going to the paint. I don't know if that was because of the abductor strain that made him out for Friday's game or what, but needed to be more aggressive. Spencer Dinwiddie, he is what he is. Ain't no change to that. He is what he is. Missing Jaden Hardy remember he got injured in Friday's game, ankle injury again, the same ankle. PJ Washington was back, but he wasn't good in this game. Neither was so I'm trying to look at the what's called right quick. Hold on for a second. Okay, there I got it. Neither was Najee Marshall. He wasn't good in this game. 9 points, but he was a minus 19 in this game. Like I said, Max Christie, 7 points. He wasn't aggressive. PJ took his. Remember, he was off with another ankle injury.
You were asking about Anthony Davis. We do have a post game interview from Anthony Davis. You want to check that out real quick?
Oh yeah, man. Let's see. Let's hear from AD. Why don't you take all them damn screens?
There was a moment where I think Zubac fouled you. You're just on the ground for a little bit. Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry. No, my bad. Sorry.
Lee, what are the emotions like for you heading into Wednesday's game?
No emotions.
You take a look at what they did specifically in the paint. I guess how difficult is it to play with just one point guard, Spencer out there, you know, having to handle
Yeah, I mean, we gotta find ways to get guys shots. We play some open ones. Najee, PJ, get these guys more touches. That's my job, Spencer's job. Whoever our guys who handle the ball, Caleb. We got a couple of days to practice and kind of talk about everything that we need to get better at heading to Wednesday.
But what's it been like with you and you're just managing all the different lineups game to game?
Yeah, I mean, guys don't minute restrictions, so some guys are, still trying to get back in shape. Me and Logan played yesterday, and Gav, sits out tonight. So we're still trying to just get home, get healthy, and figure it out. Not that much practice time. We're using the game to get reps, but we just got to continue to stay together and figure it out as we go.
Your experience, what's been the best way to kind of combat some of that inconsistency that you guys have been dealing with from a lineup perspective?
What was the first one?
In your experience, what's been the best way to deal with some of the inconsistency?
Just play hard. I mean, whoever's on the floor, you got to play hard. Energy and effort. Next play mentality. It's a miss and make league. You can't control that. But giving up, I don't even know how many points they had, 138, 140, something, whatever it is. That's not our team. We're better defensive team than that. So just controlling that one aspect, transition, our turnovers, which leads to easy buckets for them. We control those, things, and we're a different ballpark.
Thanks, Aiden.
Yep.
A lot of gibberish there from AD, but
like,
you make
like
out
a man,
anything he was saying?
yeah, he looked like a man that wish he was west of here. But
Well, I firmly believe, Kendrick, that the way he played this weekend, he was saving himself for what's the name? He's saving himself for Wednesday night. Big night on Wednesday night.
well, according to the coach, they need other guys up except AD. And coach is right. To the point AD was right. And he said something about it. It just can't be AD. He can't win you games. He can give you opportunity to win games, but other guys got to come to the party. When you're sitting there and you got Derek Livens got 2 points, Dinwiddie god awful game, 8 points. Klay Thompson, he only took 10 shots in this game. In this game, now he was 50%, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. I wish he took some of them shots from Dinwiddie, who was 1 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5.
What was supposed to give him
to? So Dinwiddie took more shots than Klay Thompson. It only made 1 of them. But yeah, man, you need more from other guys. Caleb Martin needs to be more consistent in his 3-point shooting. He's got to look at the rim. Max Christie, I don't know what his problem is. The dust done fell off that turd. But yeah, we need more. Missing Jaden Hardy, who I guess now has rubber ankles now. He cannot catch an ankle injury. So that hurt. I don't know what his status is for Wednesday. Hopefully he get back because they need the scoring. They need somebody who can score. Jaden Hardy's been shooting the ball last month, even when he's been in and out well. But yeah, you just gotta have more from other guys. PJ Washington, he can't be inconsistent, even though he got back. He was 3 of 9 from the 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3 in 30 minutes of play. And like I said, you need more. Don't know what the status is for Daniel Gafford. He did not play last night.
Same for Wednesday.
Sprained right knee. So that's I think that same knee. So we hope he can get back. Yeah, man. Just a bad night. The Offers faced a better basketball team that kicked it behind. Clippers, no joke. They got the best defense in the they got one of the best defense in the NBA, the best defense in the Western Conference. They lock people down. But yeah, man, too much James Harden, too much Kawhi, and too much Zubac. And like I said, 80 points in the paint. That's bad perimeter defense because it wasn't like Zubac would just get points out of points. He was 11-11, but it was straight line drives in that joint last night. And I don't care if he was AD or whoever down there. If guys going straight line drives, that forces you to collapse, and then your guy goes free for dunks, and that's what happened all last night. No, the defense was god awful. And if they want to have a chance to win some games this week, which they have to do, that defense is going to have to get better than what we saw these last 2 games, because it was the defense. Really, to tell you the truth, the defense has been getting good the last week. Even in that win against Atlanta, they were giving up points. Against Brooklyn, they gave up a lot of points. These are teams that don't really score the ball that well. So the defense is going to have to get better. It's going to be a short night to offense, even if they make the play-in.
That's very true. Well, but we know that these Mavs, if given the opportunity, I think they could listen, we gotta get ready for the championship run, okay, Kendra? That's all I can tell you.
You're not going to no championship. Now you make it go now you make it go to the championship on 2K. You go to championship on 2K. You can go. 2K, you can print out championships there, but in real life, not AI, you ain't going to championship. You ain't going to championship. Too many injuries. No Kyrie. No shot. And especially if you got AD to thinks he's Dirk Nowitzki out there taking 5 to 6 3-point shots a night. Yeah. If I'm other teams, I say, yeah, go ahead and shoot him, AD. Shoot him. Your career 27% 3-point shooter. Go ahead and shoot him. Go ahead and shoot him. Good Lord. Especially Spencer Dinwiddie. Especially nobody.
Remember the other day when we talked about Spencer Dinwiddie, and I said,
listen, you're not going nowhere, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, I said to you, I said, man, we need them shoot numbers to go down. We need those assist numbers to come up just a little bit higher.
Well, he took 11. He took 11 shots overall. He only made one of them. So, he took more than Clay, and Clay was 50%. For me, Spencer Dinwiddie was 10% for me. So it is what it is. Listen, you're not going nowhere if your starting point guard is Spencer Dinwiddie. We started the year with Luka and Kyrie, and we ended up with Spencer Dinwiddie. You're not winning nothing. Your point guard play is below average. That just is what it is. Spencer Dinwiddie is a future Beijing Dragon. Over there in China, he was star over in China, like no one else has seen. But over here in the U.S. in the NBA, he's just another dude. He's just another dude out there. It is what it is.
It's so disrespectful the way you just call him that.
The man had hold on. The man had 8 points. And I'm still trying to figure out how. He went to the line 6 times. That's how he went 8 points. He got 8 points. Oh, my God, he was a minus 24 in this game. Minus 24 in this game. I mean, he's bad. He's an inconsistent shooter. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie kind of guy. He can get you 31 game and then get you 2 the next. And he's a bad defender. All those recipes for disaster. People gotta understand. The league is not a big man's game anymore. It's a spread out guard, drive, kick for three.
I'll give you that. It is. I won't fight you on that. But however, though, we can get some things going, and possibly,
yeah,
because the game slows down. You can win the thing in the paint.
You go ahead and go on that hill. I'm just telling you what the league is. That's what the league is. If you got listen, the way the Mavericks play, the league don't play that way no more. The Mavericks want to play like it's in the 90s or early 2000s. The league don't play that way no more. You got 4s and 5s out there shooting 3s now. And if your guys don't want to come out and contest,
4 and 5 can shoot 3.
No, they're not good shooting 3s. What 4 and 5? What AD? You want Gaff out there shooting 3s? Huh?
No, I'm just talking about AD.
You want Derek Lively shooting 3s?
Well, he can. He can.
But it's a reason why they told him, nah, just go ahead. I know he can, but for some reason the team don't think that way. So and the fact of the matter is that those guys, the problem is they have too many bigs. Now it used to be they didn't have not enough bigs. Now next season, one of those guys got to go. Got to get traded up out of here so you can get better. Because we got
to get Kevin Durant. So one of
them.
Because
Kyrie,
one that's good is Daniel Gafford.
Kyrie not going to be back till January. You got to be able to survive that. So you got to get more wing help, more playmaking help. Going into next season. What you have now is just not going to get it done. It's just not good enough on the perimeter. And like I said, the league is about scoring points. I understand people talking, well, we got to play. Listen, the league is a spread out, no hand checking, 3-point shooting league. You have to be able to score in this league. It ain't no 91 to 88 league no more. And if you ain't got guys that can put the ball in the bucket or shoot at a consistent basis, you're not going to win. That's what happened to the Mavericks last night. They just got ran right off the court. And that is what it is. So listen, it's their team now. And like I said, you can give them a puncher's chance, but the puncher's chance means a haymaker from heaven when nobody's seen coming knockout shot. Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson style. That's the only chance. So it's a chance, but 9 times out of 10, yeah, Mavericks gonna get waxed because that wasn't a shocker game. What happened to them last 2 nights? That was a Clipper team that's fighting to stay out of the play-in themselves. I think they're at 7th or 8th or something like that. So it's just listen, AD's he's a good player, but he's not good enough to lead a team by himself to a championship or anything close. First round or getting close to
AD believes that he can lead this team to a playoff play-in victory and maybe a next rounder. See,
that's great.
The problem with everybody is AD believes. Everybody else does.
I'm glad he believes. He didn't believe in New Orleans, but he believes now. But like I said before, AD ain't won a championship without LeBron holding his hand. That's kind of same thing for Kyrie. It is what it is. He's never been the man.
Almost did.
He's never been the man winning a championship. He's never been the number one. So at age 34, I guess he's finally figured it out. He's gonna be the number one now. But like I said, that's real cute. Miracles happen. Miracles happen. It's
a miracle happen. Look, everybody, he wasn't gonna come back for the season.
Listen, I like a good Disney movie like the rest of y'all, but that's fantasy. We talking about reality. AD by himself with no Kyrie, no shot. That just is what it is. No shot. Especially you got Spencer Dinwiddie being your point guard.
Well, those Mavericks are gonna be. We won't see the Mavericks again until Wednesday. Thank God. When they play Luka Doncic.
Hopefully Jaden Hardy gets back
here in Dallas.
Yeah, hopefully Jaden Hardy gets back. Jaden Hardy and Daniel Gafford's back because
we're gonna need all hands. We're gonna need all hands on deck for this one. We're gonna need all hands.
After what I seen this afternoon, what the Lakers did to the Thunder. Jesus Christ! I mean, he gave it Jaden.
And that's gonna be a 6:30 start on.
That's a 6:30 start. It'll be on. It's ESPN televised game.
Of course, ESPN's gonna pick that game up.
So so we got that to look forward to. And then, like I said, hold on, Walt. Before we move off from the Mavericks, let me get the rest of the schedule for the Mavericks.
That's it. That's it. It's them. Oh, it's the Raptors and then the Grizzlies next Sunday.
Yeah, the Raptors. That'll be the Mavericks' last home game, regular season home game. Friday against the Raptors. And then they finish up against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Memphis Grizzlies probably gonna be playing hard in that game because they're fighting to stay out of play-in. They're fighting for home.
Well, I don't see how they fight to do anything after they just fired their coach. So
maybe that's a galvanizing issue for them to try to do something because right now they can't blame coaching now. It's all on them because they wanted them up out of there. So it's all on y'all, buddy.
That and John Moran keeps making gun finger suggestions.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he wasn't suspended after he made that gun gesture. Choice.
He was fined heavily.
I mean, I thought we got past this, but it is what it is.
I thought so too.
I didn't know. Somebody check his IG live. See, he ain't posted nothing again.
No, his response was pew pew when he got the fine.
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
Is that enough Mavericks?
That's enough Mavericks. So now we got to talk about something that took place earlier today. That's very near and dear to our hearts right about now. I don't know if you noticed or not, Kendra, but there was a women's basketball game that took place today.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is the national championship game played at 2:00 at night prime time?
Say that again. You said
why is the women's national championship game played in the afternoon, 9 at prime time?
because they don't. They still haven't respected it yet. They still don't respect it yet.
Okay. All right.
The WNBA in the WNBA finals, same way.
I think that game 5 was a prime time game.
WNBA playoffs going on opening day of the NFL.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, why that game? That's the national championship game. Why is it not a 6:00 tip? The Final Four games are 6:00 tips and 8:00 tips.
That's a 7:50 tip.
So I don't understand why it's a 2:00 tip.
Well, that's because. Well, you heard Gino complaining about everything about this with the way this is being handled, with the way they travel, with everything.
Right. So still a long way to go, but let's talk about the game, Walt.
Yeah, man, but it was pretty much a blowout. I mean, did South Carolina come show up to play, or what? What happened?
Listen, let me tell you something. South Carolina has lost 2 games in the last 5 weeks.
I told you when we filled out the bracket, I was like, nobody's afraid of them anymore. Nobody cares about South Carolina. That mystique of them being dominant is over with.
South Carolina has lost 2 games in the last 5 weeks, both to UConn, and both UConn blew them right off the floor. So I know me and Bosch had that. We was on Twitter. I was talking about how deep UConn was. And I said, yeah, but UConn's been able to recruit now. They got depth now when they didn't have the last 4 years. They got people that can come off the bench and play. But let me tell you something, man. I know the story was Paige Beckers. But man, Fudd and Sarah Strong.
Yeah, Sarah Strong. She put it on.
That's the new face. I mean, Sarah Strong, the new face of UConn basketball. I mean, she showed up and showed out. 24 and 15. I repeat, 24 and 15 in this game. She was 2 out of 3 from 3. She dominated in the paint, out of the paint. Had 5 assists. Fudd, 24 points also, 48 between the both of them. 9 of 17 from the field. She also had 5 rebounds and 3 steals in this game. But those two young ballers right there really carried the day. As Paige Becker, she kind of struggled early in the game, found her footing late in the game. She finished up with 17, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. But it was all about those young UConn players, Strong and Fudd, leading the way, man. They set the tone, and South Carolina, they were hitting the mouth early and often. Didn't survive. It was what was it? It was
recover. They just couldn't recover. Once you got on them, get their foot on
it was close. It was like a 4-point game at the end of the first, but UConn took it over in the second. And really, and then it was basically church from then. UConn 26-16 in the third, 17-12 in the second. D'd them up. Shout out to UConn, their 12th national championship in their historic program, knocking out South Carolina, who's the defending champions. UConn now ends the season 37-3 in this game. They blew out Texas also by 30. So they pretty much handled everybody in the Final Four. Blew out South Carolina, blew out blew out South Carolina, blew out UCLA in this game.
That wasn't even a good. I'm sorry. UConn was a bad matchup for UCLA.
This Final Four. Now I will give people this. This Final Four wasn't really good competitive. All these games were blowouts. Remember, South Carolina.
Well, okay, I'm glad you said that, because remember back when we were talking about early in the how we hadn't had any like Cinderella story, and we didn't have no. And I asked you, was the transfer portal messing things up?
Right.
Because these teams are so lopsided. Like even if you are good and you have a good year, you're gonna leave and go to a better team.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I don't know too much about how to transfer. I mean, you may talk more about that. I can just tell you that I thought the transfer portal was going
Yeah, but
to
if you go to a small school 1 year, the next year you transferring and going to a bigger school.
Yeah, but I thought that maybe it may even out with the big schools overall.
Nah.
That you know you might not want to go to South Carolina. You may want to go to Tennessee.
I mean, think about this. We're seeing Olivia Miles come back and transferring from Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, I think she put on her social media some cryptic message of the she wasn't really happy there with the situation.
I mean, you could kind of tell a little bit.
Yeah, well, it had something to do with that she basically was on the bench doing that game.
Was it those anti gay comments that her partner in crime made that ruined it?
Could be that. That.
Hannah Hidalgo, she apparently doesn't like the LGBT community. Is what she?
Yeah, could be that.
Anti-gay, but
yeah, it could be. It could. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you might be right on that. But as you see, also, we got some more news as far as that concerns. Is that yeah, you saw Olivia Miles, she's headed back, so she's gonna be out of the
it's a question if Fly J coming back to LSU.
Yeah, Fly J was eligible to come in the draft this year too. She's coming back, but it's not certain that she's coming back to LSU.
No, she said she might. She said she might not. They asked her if she's gonna get a transfer portal. She said she hadn't made her mind up yet. She don't know yet.
Listen, if you ain't made up your mind, mean you already made up your mind.
Yes, yeah. The fact that she didn't say no, I'm coming back, like that's crazy. They let you know she gone.
Yeah. So Fly J's out of the draft. So this draft is thinning out. But
I think Fly J probably gonna come out when Juju come out.
So
our Fly J's got one more. Our Fly J's got another year anyway.
But she could have. She was eligible. She was draft eligible.
Yeah, she was, but I think she got another year. She's making a lot of money in college. No rush.
Yeah, man. She got them. She got those insurance commercials now, man.
Yeah, and she got power. She got Powerade.
Yeah, man, too, man. So yeah, make a lot of money, making money. But
you probably gonna see some girls leave South Carolina too.
Well,
listen. Chloe kids come out and say she's
listen. They can leave, but it's so many kids that that she recruits over there, and they're not gonna have a problem with talent.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not gonna have a problem getting talent.
Okay,
yeah.
Fudd.
That's Fudd, man. I'm excited. She's got another year. She'll be coming out next season.
She made her some money. She's gonna stay in college. She made her some money. Her and Sarah Strong both made them some money this next coming year. So,
as we see the three right there, it was just right at around the second quarter. You can see, UConn. They were just faster. They were
played. They were on slants and everything today.
Yeah, faster. They sped the game up. Their small ball lineup really got to South Carolina. As I'm looking right here, as I look right here, let me look. Okay. Oh yeah. Kits. Their big. Their center. For South Carolina, she was ineffective. In this game. They were stealing the ball every time she put the ball on the floor. Yeah. Paul. This is her last game. She finished up with 3 points. She's headed to the W. But yeah, as we look at her, man, it just UConn was just a well-oiled machine this afternoon, and Fudd and Strong led the way.
I'm pretty sure that what's the name is coming back another season. He don't like the way that ended last night. Cooper Flagg.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I don't think he liked the way that ended. I'm pretty sure he's coming back to the NBA.
But I still would be shocked I still would be shocked if he don't come out, but I wouldn't be shocked if that makes any sense. Yeah, this is right. This game's church right here. I mean, they kept it basically at a 13, 14 point difference until it got out of hand.
I don't remember South Carolina ever having the lead.
South Carolina
Maybe
had the
in the
lead
first few
3 to
minutes of the
nothing.
game.
Yeah, 3-0. They had the lead 3-0. They hit the first shot of the game.
Guess that rests
And
my
that was
case.
it. But shout out to the new Dallas wing. Knock on wood, Paige Beckers.
Oh man, one thing I kept thinking was we getting a champion coming to the Dallas Wings. And Kendrick just pointed out we got a championship backcourt.
Yeah, with her and Enrique, both of them women have won national championships. One Notre Dame, one at UConn. But shout out to Paige Beckers for finishing her story.
Matter of fact, I think Enrique put UConn out the year she won on a last second shot.
So
memory serves me correct.
Like I said, man, the city of Dallas, they got a new face of basketball. It happens to be a girl, but this girl cold right here. She cold.
She's probably the most complete player I've seen in a while since like Candace Parker. She's probably the most complete player.
Yeah, man. Listen, the good thing about Paige is she can play on ball, she can play off ball, and she's good defensively also. She's long.
I wouldn't say good. Her defense is suspect at times. Gino had to stay on her about her defense.
I seen her today. I seen her in this Final Four. She was locking people down.
Of course, she was locking today in the championship game, but during the season, she was a little suspect out there.
That was a season. I mean, it's a long season. It's time to lock in. Go lock in. But listen, man. She's a face of a franchise type player. I've already put the comps out, man. Diana Taurasi. If you get that type of player, you're
okay. I can see that.
You listen. The one thing about UConn players, when they win in college, they usually win in at the next level. You think of Sue Bird, you think of Taurasi, you think of Maya Moore,
Taurasi.
You think of Breonna Stewart, all these great UConn players. When they win championships in college, they usually win championships also in the W and multiple championships.
I think,
and that's what I'm expecting.
Let me see where my girl, what's the name, went. Play for the Indiana Fever. I call her mom. Damn, what's my girl name? I think she played for UConn too.
At this point right here, 30-point lead. That's why I put on the group text. Take the men and children out. Get the men and children out the house. Get the men and children out of bed. The house is engulfed in fire. It's all gone. It's all gone for South Carolina. But shout out to South Carolina. Getting to the final. This was their 5th straight Final Four. So shout out to Dawn Staley. She got that program turned around where nobody knew what South Carolina was, but they went into a buzzsaw, man. This year UConn owned South Carolina. Like I said before, South Carolina had 2 losses in the last 5 weeks, both to UConn, and both wasn't close. So they say styles makes fights. But if there was, that's a bad style for South Carolina. Hey.
What's my girl name? Is it Kate? What's my girl name?
See Paige Becker celebrating. With her teammates.
Yeah. was a very touching moment. As she hugged the coach.
Look like it was a little shade thrown between her and Fud. She's waiting on a hug, and Fud was kind of sitting there like, really, a little shade thrown. If you look over, let's get ready for it. Look like a little shade. Fud say, thank God you gone, so it could be my team.
About that. About that. Yeah, Katie Lou did go to Katie Lou went to Connecticut too.
Okay.
From she was on the Fever last year.
Yeah, listen, man, we
Katie Lou
always
did
talk
go.
about the UConn. We always talk about the UConn men, but the UConn women program is just as stoic as the UConn men. You can maybe even more. So
And
that
now
basketball
Gino is the leading coach in college with the most championships, 14. He's at 14,
12.
and following behind him is Pat Summitt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. Not 14, 12. I'm sorry.
12.
12. Following behind him is Pat Summitt, and then Kim Mulkey, Don Staley, and I forgot who the other coach was.
Oh, I forgot Mulkey. She ripped off all of championships
four.
at Baylor. So,
Wow.
So
Yeah. Okay. So the question I asked earlier, is it safe to say that Paige Beckers had a better college career than Caitlin Clark? I'm gonna say yeah, because she got a championship and she did break a lot of records.
Caitlin Clark is more box offers, more famous. But yeah, if you think about decorated, listen, Paige Beckers is a 3-time All-American. She's a 3-time Big East all conference. She's a National Player of the Year. She's a 3-time Big East Conference Player of the Year. She's been to 3 Final Fours,
Right.
and now she has a championship. She's the national champion. She's got wherever part of the fence you go on, as Paige Beckers, she don't have to take a back seat to anybody as far as that kind of career. I mean, she kept off with the national. She did something that Caitlin Clark couldn't. She won a national championship, and she won it on her last try. I mean, you know how hard it is. This is her last go around. So the nerves and stuff like that, and to get it on your last shot, and leave it no doubt. I mean, they blew out UCLA. They blew out the defending champion South Carolina. This was no doubter. Shout out to, yeah. I mean, hey man. I mean, I'm pretty sure some Caitlin Clark fans will say, no, it's Caitlin, but listen.
Looking at a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Listen, she's got something that Caitlin doesn't have. She's got that national championship, man. She's got that last national championship.
Okay. Let me hit you with this question. Caitlin Clark or Paige Beckers, who you taking?
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow. Well, then now you're talking about who's gonna have a better pro career.
You can take it that far now. I'm just saying, if somebody said Caitlin Clark or Paige Beckers, who you taking? Which one are you taking right now?
If both of those women were coming out in the same year, wow.
I'm still taking Kate.
Wow.
I'm taking Kate.
We know Caitlin Clark is the hands down. She's the best shooter. Period. But Paige Beckers, I think has a more overall game.
She does. But Kate, for what Kate does, it's effective.
It's effective, but Paige has a better overall game.
She does. She is a better. I'll give you that. Like Caitlin, Paige Beckers is a complete player, a very complete player.
And I'm gonna tell you something. and this does matter. She's a better leader than Caitlin Clark. I'm talking about leading your team. Not sometimes Caitlin Clark has a tendency to. We always talk about she's got that Luca wine. She got a tendency to whine if something not going away. Paige Becker just continues just to put her head down and grind. She don't argue with officials. If she gets beat on defense, she tries harder on the next one. The leadership quality that matters. Give me Paige.
Give me
Paige.
I mean, there's only been a few complete players that you're gonna run across. Okay, Donnie Taurasi, Maya Moore, who am I looking at? Shamika Holsclaw, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Paige Beckers. I mean, there's Candace Parker. There's only so few you're gonna run by in WNBA. Actually, it's more common in WNBA with those type of players, but it's a select few.
Well, that was one thing. That was one thing good about that UConn team. UConn, when they had Don Taurasi, they had Sue Bird also.
I forgot about Sue.
They had two. Both of them were playing at the same time at UConn. So I think Sue Bird came out a year before Donna did, but they had both of them on the team.
Right.
But that leadership quality matters if you're going to build. Now, I'm not saying that Paige.
And they had Brianna Stewart.
That Caitlin.
I forgot about another person. Fee went to UConn.
Fee went to UConn. So that leadership quality does matter. If you're building a program. But yeah, give me Paige. I think she's got better leadership quality. Not saying that maturity, Caitlin can't grow on in those. That's not saying that. But I think right now, I take Paige's leadership in her overall resume, and I think she's a better overall player. I
won't fight you too much on that, but I'm still taking Kate.
Now Caitlin Clark, she's got the splash ability. Her what she does, shooting threes, her offensive repertoire, she can go off of 40 any game. How she can just take over a game offensively, that's not to be denied. I'm not saying that, but I just think give me the overall better player is Paige. Her resume, this is like when she came from Minnesota. To UConn, she was like the best player. She was the best player, all American coming out of her class, out of high school overall, and she hasn't denied. She had that bad injury, but she's went to 3-4 Final Fours. I've just listed her resume, and now she's capped off with a championship. She led those women to a championship. I can see where you want to go with Caitlin, but give me Paige.
Now I am going to be rooting for Paige. Nothing personal, Kate, but when you come to the AAC, all bets are off. I'm Dallas. I'm deep down our way. I got to roll with my girl Paige. It's nothing personal.
Catch that L. Catch that L.
You go ahead and catch the L on that night. Now,
catch that L.
Yeah, we ran out the AAC for this too. Go ahead to catch that L. Go ahead to catch that L.
But yeah, while we on the thing of the women's Final Four, let me look right now because I want to see if they updated it.
The what's the name? The draft.
You know where I go, because a lot of women have went out. Okay, boy, wow. We got, of course, Paige Beckers. At one going to the Dallas Wings. I'm pretty sure that's all set. That's set in stone. But who's really kind of is Seattle. I mean, you thought Olivia Miles 2 weeks ago. You thought Olivia Miles was gonna be number 2, but now they got her got them taking Dominique Magolia out of Asville Center.
Yeah.
Then you got the Washington.
Sonya has moved up to number 3.
Number 3. I'm kind of shocked Kiki didn't move into that 2 spot.
Kiki fell.
She's at 4. I still think that could be some movement there. But I think with that 2 through 4, I think Kiki can still get to that second. Just depending on what you're looking for. Then you got
Storm. They don't need a power force. Well, yeah. But Kiki's undersized though. I ain't never known Kiki to play no center though. I thought Kiki was more of a 3.
Yeah. Then we got Cheyenne Sellers, the Dynamo point guard out of Maryland. You seen her going to Golden State. Then you got Washington again. One of my favorite players. She's moved up in the draft. Georgia, my baby girl, Georgia. Georgia Moore.
God.
Point guard out of Kentucky going to Washington. So then you got Connecticut.
You got a bunch of people, ain't they?
Yeah, Connecticut. Taking Anisha Morrow, one of Walt's favorite players. And then they also got them back to back. Connecticut also taking Paw the outstanding shooting guard from South Carolina. And then we have LA taking Sienna Rivers, big time player from NC State.
Oh yeah, nice guard.
Still,
I told you. What I tell you about it over there at number 12. I said I think we're gonna be going for Sedona Prince.
Sedona, I like it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. At that spot, I'm all for it. I don't have a problem with it. If you come out of the draft with Paige Beckers and Sedona Prince, a center,
so you get Paige Becker, you get Sedona.
I'm happy with that draft, and also
that's not
second round. Oh my God, yes, Sarah Anish Baker. If you seen her last game against Maryland, she put up 45. The shooting guard out of Alabama.
Yeah,
that girl can score.
Yeah.
She can flat out score. So if you come out with that 3, I'm grinning in the bank. I'm going to the bank grinning. Right there. Haley Van Lith, they got Haley going to Vegas.
Yeah, she's going to the Vegas Aces. Yeah.
Going to Vegas.
Well, hold on. Well, Sarah Ashley Barker. Hold on, Kendrick. They draft her. I might be a little bit afraid of Enrique being on the team too much longer. You drafted her,
bro. She's a flat out.
So you're gonna have her.
She flat score. That girl can score.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm already concerned about Enrique with. So now I'm getting concerned about Sarah Ashley coming in.
Listen,
what you trying to say?
Listen, if you were to do that, then you get as much draft. Then you're completely going young. You're completely going young. You get as much draft capital as you can, or you trade for something you need.
Well, you can't completely go young because you still got DJ. You still got DJ and all over there.
What I'm just saying, you trade for something, but listen, I don't think it's going to be a problem with Enrique and Paige because both of them can play on ball and off ball. So I don't think it's going to be a problem with that. If you notice, Paige,
it's not me being funny. This is not me being funny. This is not me. Do you really want Enrique bringing the ball down court? Do you really want that?
No, you don't have to. But like I said, at some point, you can have her bringing the ball up. I'm not saying. I always say it. Well, when we did the games last, I don't want her being the point guard, but she is a guard. She can. She does have. She can't run an offense. I just don't want her running 90% of the offense. If she's running 90%, then it's a problem.
Okay, well, that's what you asked.
I want her running maybe Paige running 60% and she running 40%. You know, but Paige will be the point guard. But Paige can play off ball. That's why if you looked at the tournament this year, Paige played a lot off ball this season. So she's telling you I can play off ball. I don't have to have the ball predominant in my hand to be effective.
Well, I'm a little concerned. I am a little concerned about my about Maddie's minutes on this team now. I'm trying to struggle to find where Maddie's gonna get some run.
If they draft Sarah, you might draft Sarah.
Maddie plays 3. Maddie plays the 3 and sometimes the 4, but I mean they won't get in the way of that. But I'm just saying, like, I'm struggling.
SAB, that's a walking bucket right there. That's buckets right there.
A lot of bucket getter. A lot of bucket getter who need minutes on this team.
Listen, listen, guys. I know that we got Wall Street. What who do we get in free agency? Free agency again? Dejanay, and also we got her partner, Anissa. Those are great defenders. But they're not going to be enough to trying to change how bad defensive this team was. So we got to have. So if you're not going to be good defensively, except for 1 or 2 players, be good offensively. So if you come up with Paige Beckers, if you get Sedona, you get Sedona, and you get Sarah, you got 3 bucket getters. You got 3. You're gonna be fun team to watch, boy. You're gonna be scoring. You're gonna be scoring. You're gonna be scoring, man. And you got Enrique, boy. You're gonna be scoring. Woo. I think if that happens, the Dallas Wings gonna lead the league in scoring. They're gonna lead the league. Now they may be leading the league in giving up points, but they're gonna lead the league in scoring. See. I like it. I like it. I saw Sarah. I saw her in that tournament game. I said, "Woo! That's a walking bucket right here. It's a walking bucket." I like that.
Yeah, what she put up 40? What she put up 40 plus in
45. She put up 45.
In game.
She put up 45, and if it wasn't for that dumb coach who somehow gave the ball to their third best option instead of putting it in her hands, they probably would have won.
Oh no! Everybody found out.
They probably would win another overtime. Probably end up 50.
Yeah, everybody found out. That's what happened. Everybody found out. I remember
because she was going inside, outside, threes, floaters. The floater game's nice with her. The pull-up game's nice. The in between. She's a 3-level scorer. But I like it. I like it. All right.
Well, next
now since we're talking Final Four, you want to switch over to the men's.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that we got the men's side now. How disrespectful of me to forget about the men's instead of the like how they do the women's. They just don't even just gloss right over it. But yeah, I'm sorry, I glossed right over the men's. Now, I mean, to me, we know Florida is going to dominate. It's going to destroy Houston. It ain't even going to be close.
Really? Well, right now they're 65.5. Well, actually, they have Houston the favorite in this game. They got Houston with a 65.5% chance of winning this game to Florida's 34.5% chance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they got Houston basically the favorites to win this. But let me tell you something. Man. Florida got a baller on their team, Walter Clayton Jr. And if it just happens, the Mavericks don't make the tournament, don't make the in-season tournament. If he's late in the draft or mid in the draft where the Mavericks will probably be picking, go get him. I like players that are clutch. I like guys that know how to score when the time is the time to score. I like players that have ice water in their veins. They're not afraid of the moment. And Walter Clayton Jr. is not afraid of the moment. That you saw it. That guy made big shots after big shots in the big moments. I like him.
Yeah, he has. He showed up in the tournament. He definitely won that game for him yesterday.
Yeah, as far as the Cougs, shout out to Fox Summer Jammer, the return of Clutch City. somewhere Clyde Drexler's rolling over in his grave right now.
This fool here, man. This fool here.
Somewhere Clyde Drexler's rolling over in his grave right now, boy.
He is excited. Clyde Drexler's so excited looking at these.
Clyde Slammer, listen. The Houston Cougs were down. Listen, none of us picked the Houston Cougars. But I didn't have them getting this far. I didn't have them getting to the Final Four. So shout out to the Cougs, man. They were down, what, 15? 15 to Duke, and then a big time comeback in that game, getting that win, and your boy missing that last game winning shot. The Cougars, I guess busted everybody's bracket because I had Florida and Duke.
I just want to say this, Duke, to the Duke Blue Devils, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Everybody put all this hype on you and spend all this money on you. You're gonna go out there and do that. You're gonna cough up a big ass lead like that and go lose to the Houston Cougars. My Lord. It cost me $500. My Lord. And you know what's funny about that bracket? Is if Duke would have won. No, on each one of my brackets, I had them reversed on the Final Fours. But if Duke would have won, I would have won $500. Instead, I lost $500. So now I can get my $500 back with a Florida win.
Well, man, listen, LJ Cryer for the Cougs had 26 points in this game. Sharp, he had 16. Listen, the Cougs are a very physical team. They can shoot the ball, but they are physical, man. They believe in physical play. I'll go ahead.
Actually, to be honest, I would have won 1,000 because I would have won 500 for predicting the championship game, and I would have won another 500 for whoever won or lost.
As for like the Duke Blue Devils,
so now I'm just stuck winning $500.
Oh, Cooper Flag.
Way to go.
Cooper Flag at 27. At 27-7 in this game. 4 assists. He was 8 out of 19 from the field, 3 out of 4 from 3. But yeah, Duke Blue Devils coughed up a big lead in that game, and the Cougs were able to escape with a win. Shout out to them. They're playing the national championship against Florida. I feel is the best overall team in the tournament. I always say I thought Duke had the best player in the tournament, but Florida has the best team in the tournament. I think, but it comes down to, hey, who's going to shoot? Who's going to be playing good defense? Who's going to shoot the ball better? Both these teams are basically identical of each other. They got long athletes. They can shoot the ball. They play physical. They play good defense. And I'm thinking it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be like maybe 60-57. It's going to be a grind out game. So don't look for any.
Florida is going to smash Houston.
Offensive firepower. Give me Florida. I picked them to win the national championship. Give me Florida 64. Houston 60. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Houston keeps it close, but Florida finds a way. Walter Clayton Jr. gets the dub for them for the Florida Gators. They win their third national championship in men's basketball overall. Shout out to Joe Kim Noah.
Well, yeah, because this will be the last. Since Noah, they've been they won back to back with Noah.
Yeah, went back to back, and but now they went to the Final Four recently. I think they went to the Final Four in 20. Is it 20 or 19?
One of those.
I think they went to the Final Four. They didn't win it, but this is the time now. I think they got eliminated in the semifinal. But they got a chance to win a championship. Houston, they didn't win that championship with Fly Slamma Jamma, so this the revenge of Fly Slamma Jamma. Of course, we remember that ultimate failure by Hakeem and Clyde Drexler, losing on a game winner to NC State back in the day. So chance for Houston, H-Town to Clutch City to get a national championship.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Billy Donovan coached that Florida team that won that championship that went back.
Yeah,
to back.
Billy Donovan. He coached. He probably wish right now he probably stayed in Florida, knowing how his NBA coaching career done went. He probably wish he stayed there. But since Billy Donovan, they got those two back-to-back national championships. So they're looking to get one. So I like I said, I expect a close game in that one. But both semifinals were close with Auburn. That Auburn Florida game, that was a bloodbath. That was a bloodbath, man. Them two. I mean, when we had the epic comeback by Houston, that Florida Auburn game.
I was gonna say, don't forget Al Horford and Corey Brewer was on that team that won.
Corey Brewer and Al Horford. Yeah, man. Corey, all that team. Al Horford, Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah, man. Dog, they had some ballers on that team, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Corey Brewer, he got him an NBA championship. Al Horford got him an NBA championship.
Yeah, he got him one with the Mavericks. Corey Brewer got him one with the Mavericks.
Joakim Noah, he's still complaining how the Cleveland Cavaliers is Hollywood as hell. He didn't give him that. He didn't give him the NBA championship. So he didn't get him an NBA championship. So man. Hopefully looking for a good game.
06-07 team, it was still Corey Brewer, Al Horford. This time, no, Maurice Space was on that team too.
Maurice Space, yeah.
Mo Space.
Yeah, Mo Space, yeah. Who he play for? Who he play for in the league? Mo Space.
The Golden State Warriors. I think he won championship with them.
Yeah.
I remember they had that little Puerto Rican. I remember they had that little Puerto Rican point guard. that was out there.
I remember him.
And then Torian Green.
So Torian Green, yeah. So
our name. I think his name was mine. Walter Hodge.
So Walt has Florida. We both had Florida. Well, Walt has Florida smashing Houston. I got a little bit closer, but both of us got Florida. Taking it home, taking it back to Gainesville for their third overall national championship. Okay. All right. Now. All right. Where we go to next?
We could talk about a baseball team here, actual winning organization here in Dallas that knows how to get dubs. I mean, 160-2 is where we're going, Kendrick.
Well, Walt, you kind of locked into that, and I told you on the group chat recently, is that since you locked yourself into that, if the Rangers lose anything below 2, you're off the train going to the World Series. So 3 losses, 159-3. You can might well go ahead and walk. You won't be allowed on the train. But who is allowed on the train?
2 more. I only see one more loss on this schedule this year.
Yeah,
the rest of it's easy.
Who is allowed on the train? Jonah Hill. Walk off single, man, in the bottom of the 9th after.
Okay, Jonah.
After the Rays tied it up late, and to score to bring in Josh Smith, Josh Smith is my early season MVP for the Texas Rangers. Josh Smith is balling right now. I mean, Josh Smith, get to know the name. I think the Rangers got got them a player right now. This kid, man, he's the week and a half MVP for the Rangers. He is balling. Listen, I know we got Jonah Hill. I know we got your boy Corey Seager, but Josh Smith is balling, man. He's hitting. He's stealing bases. The Rangers used to not be one of the best as far as base runners, base stealing teams. They're one of the best base stealing teams now. When they get on first, they get to second. Yeah, Brian. Josh Smith's gonna get a stint. Josh Smith is balling. He is balling, and he's clutch. He's getting big time hits off and big time plays on the defensive end. This Corey Seager.
Oh, that's my guy. That's the guy who won us the World Series right there, Kendrick. My guy.
Oh, he went into an out right there.
Oh, LeVar said Seager is Luka, always injured. Oh, come on, man.
Really?
Hey, no, he not. Seager bought us a championship. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got a ring off Seager.
You throwing strays at Seager. He just got your championship. The only one you ever had.
Yeah.
You ain't
really?
never.
What you want to do, Lamar? I mean, really.
Pudge didn't give you no championship. Beltray didn't give you no championship. Evans Andrews didn't give you no championship. But you throwing strays at Corey Seager.
Neither did my guy Mike Napoli.
Juan Gonzalez, he shut down and give you no championship.
Derek Holland
didn't give you no championship. But y'all want to throw strays at Corey Seager. Okay. Remember, Corey Seager's now. What is it? That's his third championship. Then he get he's his second. He got one with the Dodgers. So actually, that was his second championship. Oh, speaking of Corey Seager,
Adolis got us past the Astros. I'll give you that. I'll give you somewhat of that. But Corey Seager's won us the World Series.
And then he got injured. And then Corey Seager said, "Hold up, I got it. This is what I do. I win World Series. I win championship."
He went from El Bombay to El Baque.
Wow, really? So now you throwing strays at at Garcia. Lamar throwing strays at Seager.
Where was he at when we really needed him? I knew like, but where was he at when we really needed him? Where was he at when we really needed him?
I thought you liked Garcia.
Hey, I like him as much as that guy, but who's the guy who bought me the World Series? That would be Corey Seager. That's the guy I love right there.
You know what? You such a front running bastard. I mean, good. Oh man! If it wasn't for
what is this guy? Seager won the first one in COVID season. It don't count. Stop it right now.
It's still hanging on the Dodgers banner in they state at Dodger Stadium, so I guess it does count the deal. But but if it wasn't for Dollars in Game 6 and in Game 7, we don't win. We don't get the championship.
I mean, there's one I'll give you. I'll give you that one. Michael Young didn't bring us a World Series. Josh Hamilton didn't bring us a World Series. DJ Wilson didn't bring us one.
They say he's the greatest Ranger ever played. He ain't getting shit.
Who's that? Who's the greatest Ranger?
They said Michael Young. All them people in Tarrant County keep telling me Michael Young is the greatest Ranger we ever had, but he ain't getting shit.
Yu Darvish didn't bring you one. Kobe Lewis didn't bring you one.
Man,
CJ didn't bring you one.
That dude right there pitching like man Jose Leclerc right there with that.
Nelly Cruz didn't bring you one. Ian Kinsler didn't bring you one.
Nelly Cruz cost you a championship. Nelly Cruz cost you a championship. He was scared of running.
You let the ball roll right at the base. What the hell is wrong with you, Nelly Cruz?
Nelly Cruz was scared of going into the wall for a championship. He was scared of going into the wall. God, dog.
Let the ball go right past first base. What are you doing?
Jesus. Nelly Cruz cost you a championship. He damn sure cost you one.
Boy, they thought I was praying in there. They thought I was praying in there. Oh, they thought I was praying in there when I fell to my knees and started crying after that ball went past Deli Cruz.
See, so no, I
Say you
think
praying?
I remember I bust my teeth. I remember I had to pay for a new TV because I threw my beer. And that's the year. Hold on, it could have been really good for them. It could have really been good for Dallas because that's the year the Mavericks won the championship.
Yeah,
we could have had
the Mavericks and Rangers
Rangers championship that year.
Derek Holland with that no-hitter that one game. Home run. Wait, who's that with the home run? Who's that?
That's Corey Seager. He down in the
I
league.
believe that's Corey Seager.
Yeah, man.
That's
That's cute. Corey Seager got a home run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right here.
Well, he's the face of the Rangers. He's my face of the Rangers.
Ooh, somebody got struck out. Nice pitch. Yeah, that's right inside. Oh, that's Josh Smith. He struck out. Come on, Josh. I'm giving you.
Josh. Come on, Josh. You got to swing at that.
That's Jonah Hill. People gonna start recognizing Jonah Hill. People gonna start recognizing Jonah as one of the best catchers in baseball.
Leotis.
Another steal. Another steal. Those running Rangers.
Well, they still in them bases out there, ain't it?
Yeah, them running Rangers. They used to all think all we can get is about. Watch this. Good hit. Drives in Jonah for a 3-1 lead.
Oh, there we go. Don't leave your base around me. True Rangers for real.
Then we got the top of the 8th, and then it got really interesting. He had a walk, and then unfortunately, yeah,
oh, man. Damn, home run. Oh,
yeah, that was a double. That was a double. Yeah, but still, walked in 2 runs. The Rays were able to tie it. In the 8th. So short lived.
Oh man, man. Just go to
El Bombay mistimed his jump. So they can't even run, but the Rays wasn't done. The Rays wasn't done. That put in the run right there.
Damn.
And so we're tied at 3.
Okay. All right. Tied at 3.
Tied at 3, but this is when magic happens right here.
Here we go, right here. Top of the 9th.
Yeah, good inning for the Rangers, holding off the Rays in this inning. Got the pop out, the pop up that took it to 2 outs because the Rays were trying to steal second. And watch this. Oh, he got it right there. Hold on. You gotta save the up. So the Rays were in scoring position. Right there, big punch out, strike out, holding that run on second.
I like the baby blues too.
Yeah, I do like the baby blues. Again.
Yeah, I need to get
me my guy Josh Smith. He wasn't looking on this one.
Find me a polo like that. I can probably get me some of them baby blue Jordans to go with him.
He wasn't looking on this pitch. Got the double right there. My boy Josh Smith with the big double, and it sets up Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
I like Josh Smith, boy. I like me some Josh Smith.
He's a go-getter. I like it.
It sets up Josh Smith. It sets up Jonah Hill right here. Bam. Walk off. Hello, Winnie Cotton.
That's it. That is
Rangers.
it.
Sweep the Rays. They're now 8-2. The Rangers
World Series.
The Rangers now have the best record in the AL. The Rangers now have the best record at 8-2 in the AL. Next up, they go to Chicago to play the Cubs. They go to Wrigley Field to play the Cubbies.
Oh, history.
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow night. 6:30. Hold on. Let me hold on. Well, I ain't lying. Um, that's a 6:30 pitch. No, 6:40. 6:40 pitch.
Okay.
Rangers and Cubbies. That's on Victory on your app, Victory app. So Rangers and Cubbies at 6:40. But Rangers have the best record in AL at 8-2. Right now.
The next, I love the Rangers as much as the next guy, but I don't know if I can spend $100 on to watch a game. They say it's $100 for the season.
Wow. Okay.
To watch it on Victory.
Oh no. I'll find. Listen, we still got the Rangers on DirecTV on mine 677. So, I get it there. But I'll find if I didn't have it, I'll find a way to bootleg it somewhere.
Wow, ouch. Let's see. Was what's the name back? Back up yet? It doesn't appear.
Okay.
It doesn't appear. Wait, let me see. I was gonna say maybe Meth Streams is back up. You can go back to watch them over there.
I'm trying to look at the standings. Let me get the standings on. Like I said before, the Rangers are 8-2.
Oh yeah, Meth Streams is back.
Okay.
Meth Streams is back up.
The Rangers are 8-2. The Angels are 6-3. Remember they started off undefeated, but I think they lost. They lost like three in a row. Then they come back and win 2 in a row. So the Angels are 6-3. The Astros 4-5. The Athletics also 4-6. The Sacramento Athletics. They're not even calling them Oakland anymore. They're just calling them the Athletics. And the Seattle Mariners are 3-7. Like I said before, the Rangers have the best record in the AL. Overall, they have they're tied for the third best record in baseball. The best record in baseball belongs to the San Francisco Giants at 8-1. Then you have the Dodgers at 9-2, and then you have the Rangers and the San Diego Padres tied at 8-2. Then behind them you have the Philadelphia Phillies at 7-2. So,
well, there you have it.
So big ups to the Rangers. That's their 5th straight win, going for the 6th straight win tomorrow night.
All right. Well, then the others, the Stars lose today, I think.
Yeah, the Stars after winning 7 straight. They've lost 3 straight, but they're still in good standings. Right now they're still behind Winnipeg. Winnipeg has 108 points. The Stars have 105. They have the second most points in the Western Conference. Overall, the Stars have the third most points in the NHL overall. You got Winnipeg, the Jets with 108 points. Then you got the Washington Capitals with 107. You got the Dallas Stars with 105, followed by those pesky Vegas Knights with 100 points. That's one team I fear, the Vegas Knights. But the Stars still in good position to have a good playoff run. But yeah, as I'm looking, let me look at the Stars right quick. The Stars lost. So they've lost 2 straight after winning 7 straight. So they lost 2 straight. So next up for the Stars, they lost today against the Minnesota Wild. and 3-2. And next up for the Stars, they have Vancouver at home against Vancouver on the 8th. On the 8th on Tuesday will be hockey night. So go Stars, man. Get this win, finish the season strong. Make this push to the Stanley Cup, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Of course, the
Wow,
Cowboys.
we'll see. What? We'll see. What?
The Cowboys have the Dallas Cowboys have made a trade for a backup quarterback and got everybody's up in the stir, making people believe that the run might be over. Right, might be over soon with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. I'm like, okay, so Joe Milton's going to take Dak Prescott's job now?
Well, we had to get a quarterback. The other two quarterbacks are gone. One's gone to San Diego. The other one's gone to Baltimore. So we gotta go get a quarterback. Gotta get a quarterback.
Well, some people believe that this is this guy's coming in here to take Dak Prescott's job. You know,
if it happens, it's Dak's fault.
They say this is it.
Is it? Is it it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Dak gonna have.
Say this is it. Hopefully Jerry find out who Michael Parsons' agent is. They're still waiting on that.
Now that's a question you made. That's more of an interesting question because according to Jerry, Michael must don't have an agent because he sure didn't invite him to the negotiation table. It was just him and Michael.
Yeah, apparently they talk to each other on the phone. They got this thing done.
Okay. Yeah, okay. The Cowboys acquire quarterback Joe Milton and a 2025 7th-round draft pick for the New England Patriots in exchange for a 2025 5th-round pick. So Joe Milton, I think he played for the University of Michigan and the University of Tennessee. During college, so I think he went in the transfer portal, went to Tennessee. So so Joe Milton III, your new quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, whether you back up or start,
you ask some people, they say he gonna be the starting quarterback real soon.
Well, they hate Dak that much. They really hate Dak that much, huh?
Yeah, they talk so. This guy's a baller. We'll watch him in the Patriots. And when they said that, I was like, and how many games did the Patriots win behind Joe Milton?
Did they win a game? I think they won one. They won one the last game of the season, and they got the coach fired.
Oh, and that's what and I'm guessing Joe Milton was balling in that game, and that's when they decided that this guy's a good quarterback.
Well, no, they actually New England they traded Joe Milton and they fired the coach because they was mad because he cost them draft stock.
Now Mike Vrabel's over there.
Yeah. Also, two little sneaky signs by the Cowboys. They also signed Paris Campbell, receiver, and brought back Dante Fowler Jr. So he's back. So yeah, man, he after a year in Washington, D-Flower, he's back in the fold, back in the Cowboys fold. Rush the passer, opposite Michael Parsons, man. But listen, it all comes to the draft. As I'm going back to Tankathon, see who we be picking. Please, I hope to God it's not a running back. I'm not doing any more running backs in the first round, but it probably will be. As the Cowboys have the 12th pick, and Tankathon says they're drafting an offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. That's what they got. Anybody else want? Do you have like any other draft people? I gotta get on that, man. I gotta get because the draft gonna be on us in a matter of weeks. So I gotta get rolling on it.
Right after we finish the Wings draft, we go right to the Cowboys draft the following week.
I gotta get on that because usually we have a show before the draft, I gotta get on that this week. Some people say the Cowboys gonna take a running back. I hope to God not.
That's still a thing. That is still a thing.
Well, they said, well, they took Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, they can take another running back with a kid from what's his name, Genty out of Boise, or some kid from North Carolina. As I look at as I look at NFL.com right here, I like theirs because they're very in tune. As I look at NFL.com, they have actually, like I said, everybody's pretty much assumed, Walt, that Tennessee's going to take Cam Ward as number one. They have Cleveland taking Travis Hunter.
I thought Cleveland was taking
Well, this guy, Shadur Sanders is going to this guy got Shadur Sanders going to New York. Abdul Carter, he dropping down. I thought he was. I guess he didn't have a good pro day. He dropped down to fourth with the Patriots.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the number one pick.
Yeah, he's dropped down to 4. Jacksonville Jaguars at 5th taking Mason Graham, the defensive tackle. You know how I feel about Michigan players. I don't. They got the Vegas Raiders. I think this is pretty much a lot. Everybody's got Vegas taking Ashton Genty, the running back out of Boise. The Jets. This is a guy who's rose since his pro day. Jackson Dart, the quarterback out of Ole Miss, going to the Jets. The Jets still trying to find another quarterback, ain't they? Carolina Panthers. This is a guy like the tight end out of Penn State, Tyler Warren. Big time tight. He got him going to Carolina 8. New Orleans Saints taking Jalon Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. We got the Bears taking Amon Mimbu, offensive tackle out of Missouri. He's rose in the draft. Then they got the San Francisco 49ers at 11 taking Will Campbell, offensive lineman out of LSU. And this guy has the Cowboys taking a receiver out of Arizona, Tataria McMillan, wide receiver out of Arizona, who when the draft started, when the season over, they had him as a top 5 pick, but I guess he fell in the draft. So yeah, there you have it for this guy. Taking. Let me see who else has some. I'm trying to find somebody actually. Okay. Here's Brooks. Bucky Brooks. I like him pretty good. He's got the Cowboys taking Amon Mimbu, another offensive lineman. And that's not shocking. The Cowboys, listen, they need a lot. But you can get receivers in the second round. The Cowboys, for some reason, their offensive line has failed. It has really failed. You think about both their tackles. The offensive lineman they drafted out of Oklahoma. He looks like a bust. And Zach Martin being retiring
or quitting on the team.
That may be a way to go. Of course, I know it's not sexy. It's not sexy pick, but if you can't block them, you can't throw them. You can't run them. So everything starts in the offensive line, and Dak Prescott, he has to have an offensive line to be able to function. Well, every quarterback has to. So every quarterback. So I'm not mad at it getting the offensive lineman. If that's the case. Let me see who else. Charles Davis. Everybody knows Charles Davis. He's got the Cowboys taking. He's also got the Cowboys taking Tataria McMillan, wide receiver out of Arizona. So maybe it's coming down to offensive lineman or wide receiver. Like I said, Cowboys need both. They need a lot, but those are two of the most needed. So you need somebody to be that number 2 receiver. I think where did what's kind of go to now? He went somewhere else.
I have no clue who you're talking about.
Cowboys receiver.
Michael Gallup?
Not Michael Gallup, the number 2 receiver last season.
Oh, Brandon Cooks. Wasn't it the Saints?
Brandon, he went back to the Saints. Okay.
Is that who it was? Let me see. I thought it was the Saints.
Yeah, so you have no number 2 receiver. And CeeDee Lamb, like I said, CeeDee Lamb needs another guy opposite him. On the other side. So
could have signed Cooper Kupp, but let him walk. Let him go. That's cool.
Yeah, he all signs pointed to him, then he went the other way.
Need a hammer there. All right, man. So that'll wrap it up for this weekend edition. Now we had to do this show tonight because we weren't able to give you the 2 shows this Friday and Saturday night.
Well, trust me, they'd enjoyed this more than them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because Friday and Saturday night you would have got absolutely nothing from us on that show.
That's how the ass kicking the Mavericks.
11 or 12 o'clock games.
Yeah. The Mavericks wasn't into it, and so
neither were we. Neither were we. Neither were we. Good Lord, I was tired as hell after cutting hair all day on Saturday. It just happened.
I fell asleep doing both Maverick games.
Oh, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Man, shoot, man, I'm talking about down 20-something. What I need to wait for?
You tell me you couldn't stay awake?
Nah. Once he got 5:20, I listen. Jason Kidd looked like he was sleeping on that bench on Friday night. Somebody get that
post-game interview. Looking at his post-game interview earlier.
Somebody need to get that clip for Friday. Jason Kidd had his head down like this. I think he was sleeping. I think he was sleeping. I think he was asleep. He had his head down to the right. I think he fell asleep. I don't blame the coach. I don't blame I fell asleep too. Hell no. I ain't stayed up for this. Woo! Man. I ain't stayed up for this. Oh man. Go home, coach. Get you some sleep, man. Get you some sleep. You sleep your own bed.
Said, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
Woo. All right, man.
After watching these, and Sleepy Sam Perkins say the same thing. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
Sleepy Sam Perkins turned over. He turned right back home. He turned right back home.
He turned back to the TV and went to sleep.
He turned right back on with the snow. All right, man. Get us on out of here.
All right, man. We'll be back Wednesday when the Mavs take on Lakers. But until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. I always do his best for business if we don't see you around. And we'll see you around Wednesday when the Mavericks take on Lakers. Because we dreaming.
Coach Sweetie say, I got it. I got it. That won't Coach Kidd back up.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.